So, hey there. Like I said, this is my news and notes. So that's a bunch of little things. I'm going to give you some stats, my thoughts on the game. I'm also going to give you a little bit of a short little preview, a look at tonight's game. There's a quick turnaround, back-to-back games here. Also, to guess the score contest, if you guess the score of the game and the first goal scorer of the game, doesn't matter which team you pick them from, you could win a $10 prize directly into your bank account via Interact. So do that in the comment section below. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my guess for that. And we're going to talk about a bunch of different things. Before we do that, if you are a Habs fan like I am and you want to see a bunch of different Habs videos, all kinds, like the game, the pregame shows and the game shows and the all kinds of different stuff, videos on the Habs, all Habs related, and sometimes Habs and NHL related. Please subscribe and ring that notifications bell. That's down there, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue, Blanc, Rouge right here at Talkin' Habs. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And like I said, guess the score contest, guess in the comments. Let's get right to this video. All right, so it was a 2-1 win last night for Toronto in a very tight game. It got very chippy there. There was a big, a big scrum that was a bit of a fight going on. Austin Matthews was there in the center, smiling away with his very scared eyes. But anyways, that's me thinking that. I don't know. I said that out loud. I did, I guess. All right. So it was a very frustrating game for Montreal Canadiens fans in that Montreal was not able to really mount much of an offense. As far as getting chances, getting good quality chances, they were basically coming off of the stick of Caulfield and Nick Suzuki with the goal. Thomas Tatar, yeoman's work on that Nick Suzuki goal in digging that puck out and winning the puck at the blue line in order to set up the Suzuki goal. So that's really important for a guy who was almost scratched from the game. He was scratched from the game. Then Eric Stahl got hurt in the practice, and they put him back in. So good to see that he responded to that. Let's take a look at this. We'll take a look at the stats for the game if I could find my mouse. This is the game right here. All right, so we've got 3 goals. No scoring in the first period. Second period, William Nylander leads off the scoring at 7:18. His third goal of the playoffs from Kerfoot. By the way, no one got the guess the score contest last night, but since I'm talking about the first goal. Let's see. Nick Suzuki, about 6.5 minutes later, he gets his first of the playoffs from Perry and Tatar. And like I said, Tatar really dug that puck out against the wall of the boards with, I forget who he was battling with, but he won that puck at the blue line and I believe kept the puck in over the blue line, and he got the pass off to Perry, who then got it to Suzuki to set up that goal. So without that work by Tatar, that goal doesn't happen, and maybe it's a shutout here. So very important. And then Morgan Riley, 3 minutes later, 2.5 minutes later, he gets his first of the playoffs from Marner and Brody. And that's it. No scoring in the third and no need to go to overtime because it was 2-1. But a very, very closely played game. As much as if you watch the game, you could say Montreal didn't have a great game. But yet, it was still only a 2-1 game. They held their goal scorers down. That Matthews completely off the score sheet. So I know a lot of it was Carey Price. Carey Price was fantastic. I don't know. There's so many words you can use. He was fantastic. He made 2 or 3 spectacular saves. Basically kept Montreal in the game, which was getting some, in my chat room, was getting some criticism, I guess. Criticism against Montreal saying, well, Price is saving the game. Well, yeah. Price is our elite player. He is the guy that makes the big bucks. And the fact that you can say, well, Price saved their ass. Well, yeah, that's who does that for us. That's what he's paid for. So there's not really a knock. Is it really a knock on Montreal? Not really, because that's how they're set up. It's like saying that, well, Toronto only won because Matthews, Marner, and Tavares scored goals. Yeah, that's why they're paid for that. So it's that, right? So Carey Price was fantastic and continuing to be playoff price. And quite frankly, now that Toronto won a game here in Montreal, we need to win the game tonight. It's a must-win game. And then we're going to need to win 2 in Toronto. That's not going to be easy, and they're going to need Price, basically what he did last night, to be doing that every game. So very important. So let's go take a look at the stats for Price. Price, 27 of 29, a .931 save percentage. And you go to Campbell, 28 of 29, .966. Was Campbell better than Price? Campbell was good and up to everything that he saw, but that doesn't make it that he was better than Price. Price made spectacular saves. I don't think Campbell was tested in the same way that Price was. But in the end, Campbell won the game, and he stopped 28 of 29. So, I mean, he did his job, and you can't ask for much more. As I'm about to close this, I realize I should have hid that. So let's look at this. 29 shots apiece. So they were even there, a little bit better. But Montreal's shots were not really the dangerous kind, getting perimeter shots, where Toronto was getting in the center of the ice, in the slot, and getting that. And Montreal was just not at all. 50-50 on the power play. So they held their own on the power play, which is a good thing. 0 for 4 for Toronto on the power play. I meant face-offs, by the way, 50-50 on the face-offs. 0 for 4 on the power play for Toronto, 0 for 3 for Montreal. So basically, if you look at these first 3, I mean, this is pretty much even, right? I mean, it's even. PK units were good for both teams. Power play units were not. I know that's the nicest I can say about it, is that they were not good on either end. Montreal out hit them 37-28, yet I wouldn't describe this as a dominant physical performance by Montreal. I would even say that Toronto might have gotten some of the better of those hits, of the hits total, in that they were more effective and seemed even on the meaner side, that mean type of hockey you got to play. I thought Toronto was doing it, Montreal wasn't, and I was waiting for it after the big fight at the end of the second period, big scrum. I thought Montreal started to get a little bit more physical, but it didn't carry over into the third period. It didn't carry over there. So big reason why Montreal did not win. You look at the first game where they 55 hits to 27. They totally dominated them on the hits, and they pulled off a victory. You could say Toronto was reeling from the Tavares injury, and I get that. Fair enough, but still, the result was a 2-1 win for Montreal. Let's see now. Let me get my mouse back here. Take this down. Give you a few things else that I wanted to talk about. I think the biggest thing here is this. To me is this here. Habs have scored only 4 goals. Excuse me, I didn't come out right. 4 goals in 3 games. That just doesn't cut it. It just does not cut it to score 4 goals in 3 playoff games, in 3 regular season games, in 3 preseason games. You're not winning very much. And that's just the way it is. So, so that's a big problem, is they're not scoring. And hopefully Caulfield will be back with Suzuki in the game tonight. And some of those shots that Caulfield took, I was surprised he only had 3 shots. I thought he'd had more, but he launched a lot of rubber at the net. They'll get through. He'll find an opening and he will score. That's my opinion. There was very little net front presence for Montreal, and one of the reasons why, 1 goal. They didn't have that presence in front of the net, and listen, Toronto did. And that's the truth. And that's how it is. And they're going to have to get that net front presence. I know Perry was probably overplayed a little during the season, and it's showing that he's kind of tired, and they should have rested him. I know injuries were a problem, but he needed to be rested, I think. Let's see now. Playing Caulfield conservatively, since we're talking about offense, I don't think that's going to work. Now, I thought he had played a little bit less minutes, but they can't do that. They got to put Caulfield out there a lot with Suzuki, and he's got to shoot and do what he does best. And if they do that, he's going to score. He's going to score. He was getting quality shots. Some of them didn't get through, but I mean, you can see he's dialed in. He hit the post, I believe, crossbar. No, they're not college goalies, and he's going to have a little harder time beating NHL goalies because they're that much better and getting open and into those areas that he needs to, and especially here in the playoffs. There wasn't a lot of time and space out there last night. Really wasn't a lot. And in that, he still managed to make it exciting when he was on the ice. So I think they need the offense so bad. They're going to have to sort of lean on Caulfield a bit. PK unit was good, as I mentioned last night. Power play was horrible. Zero creativity and no cross-seam passes. And, this is something we can get into the other. Toronto was making Price move, right? Moving him side to side, around in his crease. They were making him move, and you get a lot of success when you can do that to a goalie. And if you saw I saw a lot of the stops Campbell made. He was in position, not having to do any spectacular stuff to get the job done. And they're going to have to make Campbell move around a little bit. And to do that, you got to go cross a little bit, and they don't do that. And that's creativity. I don't know. They're just lacking there. I want to see, make Campbell do the work, make him move around, make him dive like Price had to. You could say maybe it's the defense that wasn't great in front of Price and is a little better in front of the Leafs. Okay, but Montreal has to do this. They got to find a way. Their physical dominance of the first game, I talked about it already, but I got it in here. I didn't see a physical dominance last night, even though they out-hit them. And Leafs are becoming, it seems like they're tougher and meaner, especially in these last two games. And when they're playing like that, well, guess what? They're winning. And when Montreal played like that, guess what? They won. So maybe a return to that tonight. Now, I get it's a back-to-back situation. Now, both teams are going to be tired. Right? So it's not an advantage for anyone, but Montreal's going to have to make it work. It's a must-win game tonight. It's a must-win game. If they lose tonight's game, go back to Toronto, I mean, this series is over in 5. So that's my opinion. They got to win tonight. Thankfully, Montreal held Leafs big 3 to a goal and assist. So for a powerhouse team, so everyone in my chat that was complaining about how Price was keeping them in it and all that, and that's true, but that's what he's paid to do. Well, for the powerhouse team that Toronto is, where was the offense from their big guys? And I didn't hear anybody saying that. All I heard was, if Matthews can't do it, well, Marner got an assist and Nylander got a goal. Okay, I get it, but you're a powerhouse. All I hear about is Toronto. They're gonna beat us by 10 goals, whatever. I don't know. So, we evened it up. I don't know. Where's their big 3? When Montreal, with Price is the defense also. When the defense is playing well and Price is playing like they are, it nullifies a lot of Toronto's powerhouseness. And you saw it last night that they managed only the 2 goals. And listen, in the second period, they were dominant over Montreal. We'll see in the shots after. Tonight, Donald Ducharme either earns the right to stay for next season or he coaches his way out of the job. I've seen that Alex Romanov will not be in the lineup. And, I don't know. I don't get what's going on. And, I wanted to say, did I write anything for that? Maybe I put it over there. Yeah, okay, that's not for here. All right, I got the 3 stars coming up. So my 3 stars of this game. Oh, I realize I'm running way too loud. So there's the 3 stars. Nick Suzuki for his goal. This is where I said I made a mistake. Caulfield did not get an assist. I thought he did. But Caulfield, I thought, was really good. Firing shots, being offensive, playing his game that we're expecting. Maybe one of the only ones, except for Price, on the team that was doing that. And Price, number 1 star for his amazing saves. He was amazing last night. So remember, these are the Habs stars of the game. I realized Toronto should, in a regular game, they were probably all 3 stars, but these are the Habs stars of the game. So we got that. What else did I miss? Last night, here's something. Petrie, 13:41 time on ice. Weber, 18:25 time on ice. I just think that's ridiculous. I don't understand why Petrie and Edmondson, who have really good advanced stats numbers, they're leading the team. Let me see if I get the right one up here. Wrong one. This one. So these are, I guess, it's 5-on-5 quality. I don't know advanced stats. So 5-on-5, XG, CF, PQRST. I don't know what that all means. But if you look at the 2 guys that are leading the way for Montreal, it's Joel Edmondson and Jeff Petrie. Surprisingly next is John Merrill. And then you got Weber and Kulak and Sherratt right at the end. So this is not good. And if you're playing Weber and Sherratt or Weber and Kulak or whatever, more minutes than you're playing Petrie and Edmondson, you're making a mistake. And that's my point. So I don't understand advanced stats greatly, but that, means that Edmondson and Petrie are doing that job of a number 1 pairing defenseman, and they should be getting those minutes. Excuse me. I was talking earlier about second period shots. Montreal's second period performances are killing their chances to beat Toronto. Shots were game 1, Montreal won, 8-7 for the Leafs. Game 2, Montreal lost badly, 20-6 for the Leafs. Game 3, where Montreal didn't lose badly, but we lost, and we were dominated in the second period, 20-8. There's a pattern there, right? If Montreal can win a second period, maybe they win a game, or at least be even with the Leafs in the second period. Maybe they win a game. I don't know. Let's move on now to. I think that's all I want to say about last night's game. So now Arturi Lehkonen was injured last night, came out of the game, didn't return. He's a game time decision today. They're waiting for results of a test. That's what I read. Jordan Staal, it's not the first time. Maybe I really wish we had Jordan Staal instead of Eric Staal. Eric Staal is also a game time decision, as is Jake Evans. So new lineups don't exist today because of the fact that there's too many game time decisions. And that's according to John Liu, who is very reliable. And so I won't be having any lineups. What I do have for you, though, is a look at some of the stats going into these. I would give on a preview. So goals per game, 1.33 for Montreal, 2.67 for the Leafs. Reverse them on goals against per game. Power play percentage. You see that 0 next to under Montreal? 0. 14.3 for Toronto. 85.7% on the PK for Montreal. 100% for Toronto, obviously, because we have not gotten a power play goal. Face-off percentage. So face-off win percentage, 47.3 for Montreal, 52.7 for Toronto. We got to even that up. And here, under that, Corsi 4, which is an advanced stat for puck possession, 5-on-5 puck possession numbers. And Montreal usually has, Leafs 54.8%. That's usually where Montreal is during the season. And right at the top of the league, and right now they're at 45.2. Not good. This is not good. So they got to improve on some of that stuff, and we got to have, they got to somehow improve on that. Let's get to the Guess the Score contest. This is my guess for the Guess the Score contest. It was 2-1 Toronto last night, and the first goal was Nylander. I'm going tonight with 2-1 Montreal because this is a must-win game. They have to win. They can't score very much, so I figure 2's about all they're going to get. So they got to keep Toronto to 1 goal. And my first goal scorer is going to be Cole Caulfield because I think he's going to get a goal, and I don't think they're going to score much, so he's going to have to get it on the first one. So there you go. Leave your comment in the comment section on the guess the score, who you think that is, and who gets the first goal, and you could win $10 directly into your bank account via Interac. And I believe that that is all that there is for this. The rest will be on the pregame show. So tonight, the next game is tonight at 7:30, not the usual 7 o'clock. So remember that. I'll be on live 7:30 for that, and I will have my pregame show on at 6:30, where we'll go over a few other things, and I'll talk with you guys in the room, and we'll have a good time, and hopefully figure out what's going to happen in the game. So hopefully you'll check that out. And there you go. There's my, of course, running way too long playoff Game 3 odds and ends for the Montreal Canadiens taking on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Thanks for watching, everybody. Really do appreciate it. If you liked it, give a thumbs up. Give your guess the score contest guess in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe, ring that notifications bell, and that'll get you your daily fix of Blue Blanc Rouge right here at Talking Habs. That's it. Stay safe out there. Peace out, y'all. Bye, everybody.